is Mella, and my channel is Mella Yellow. And yeah, I know I have on eye primer, but I want to do this for my mother and my aunt, and anybody else who needs like a beginning tutorial to make up or a refresher to make up. And you gotta remember, just because I do something some way, that doesn't mean that's how everybody's supposed to do it. You do it how it's best for you. It's colored powder. Have fun with it, you know? Enjoy yourself. All right, I got this. It's so pretty with the Frozen Kiss palette. So I'm just gonna start by just putting on a little lip gloss. And all it does is just makes me feel a little bit more comfortable because I like to have something on my lips. Okay, the first thing that you do is you get a primer. And now a primer does basically two things. If you have oily skin, which my mother and aunt don't, they're older, they have dry skin, but if you have oily skin, you would use an oil sucker primer. I know that one size makes one, and there's a strawberry one, then there's really good primers if you have oily skin, and that'll help your makeup stay on. Now, if you have balanced to dry skin, you want to use a primer that's to help make everything the same color. I know that my mom has a green one like this, and to help fill in your wrinkles and crinkles. So that's where I'm going to start at, is I'm just going to take some primer. I'm not going to take much. Rub it on your fingers, pat it on. We want to be real gentle with our skin, so patting is usually best. So after you've patted it on, then just take your fingers and gently rub it in under your eyes too. And massage it into your skin gently. And what this does, I'm going to use a little more. What this does is it helps fill in your wrinkles and just make a smooth canvas for your foundation. So I feel like I have now got primer everywhere, and I used 2 pumps, and this headband's going to drive me crazy, but so that's what your primer is for, and that's where you're going to start at, is your primer. And that's why I did my eyeshadow primer. But I don't want you to do that step because you don't have to do that step. I feel like this one's whiter than this one. It's going to drive me crazy. You don't have to do that step, and sometimes the less steps when you're older, the easier. Or younger, or in a hurry for work, or whatever the case may be. Not have time because you're with your kids. And I need a mirror to see if I just rub that into my eyebrows. And I almost did. A hand mirror is your best friend. A magnified is even better. Okay, so now we got our primer. I bought some new foundation that I would like to try. It's CoverGirl Outlast, and I got it in 810 Classic Ivory, and it's 24-hour, it says, which I couldn't imagine, but anyway, and it says that it's transfer resistance SPF 18. So I am going to take this. I'm just going to take, oh, look at this. I've been over at my mom's. I'm just going to put 2 pumps. Oh, remember I put the things from Frozen Kiss? Wow, that does not want to come off. Is this locked or something? It's like, why isn't it opening? There we go. Ooh, that's really runny. Yikes. I'm not used to one so runny. Okay, so we're just gonna dab, and then we're gonna dot, 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 dot. So the less product that you use, the better it is at not looking cakey or making you look like you're a part of the Walking Dead. So I've got a damp beauty blender, damp sponge, and I'm gonna rub this all over, except for my eyes that I got the primer on. And I don't really recommend putting foundation on your eyelids, but you can do concealer. So we're gonna move on. Did I do my neck? Okay, there we go. Now, this tip is for doing under your eyes. I'm not going to do that though right now. And this headband's driving me crazy. If I have to adjust that thing one more time, I'm probably going to take it off. Okay, so we've done our primer. We've done our foundation. And the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to do under our eyes concealer. I don't recommend this brand, because it's not cruelty free, but I got one that was cruelty free and it creased really bad, so I gotta find another one. All right, here we go. So take this and do this under your eyes to brighten them. Now, I do have an under eye brightener, but I'm just trying to make this as simple as possible. So, because this is concealer, put it on any spots that you may have, or any redness, like around your nose. And like I said, this is just really basic. Okay, so I'm going to stop with that. Okay. Primer, foundation, concealer. Okay, we've now got our face covered. Because my face is balanced, or for like my mother and aunt that have dry skin, I don't recommend powder, because you will look like the Crypt Keeper. You'll look older. It'll settle in all your wrinkles and crinkles. So next step we're going to do. This is bronzer. Bronzer makes you look, it makes you look like you've got some sun to you, but the most important thing that it does is it gives more definition to your face, so your face doesn't look flat. So I'm going to take a brush. I like using a brush that looks like this. It's nice and fluffy, and it's angled like this. I know my mom and aunt have these because I got them for them, but this is what I like for mine. So I'm going to just tap it twice. I'm going to take my finger, tap it off. Now I'm going to start up here on my forehead, because think, where does the sun naturally hit your face? Well, I've got sunspots right there and right there, so that's where the sun naturally hits your face. So we're going to do our forehead. And now my face is thin enough this way that I don't want to darken it, so I'm not going to put it here. But if your face is really round, you can put it on your temples and just do like a C. But I'm just going to take and do right here. See how that's already giving my face some definition so that it doesn't look so flat? It's putting a little color on me. I'm going to tap it twice, tap it off. I'm going to take and do just like this on the highest part of my cheekbone right here. Right here. See where my sunspots are? So I'm going to do right here. Tap it twice, not dip it twice, tap it off, and then I'm gonna not hit my sunspots because I don't want to highlight them. Now, can you tell already that that's given my face some definition? See how it's made my nose look so white? Okay, so that is what bronzer is for, and that's what this brush is for. You can use any brush for anything that you want. It's your face, it's your choice. Okay, this is called contour. See how it's like gray? This is bronzer. See how it's like suntan colored? And this is contour. See how it's like shadow colored? They're not the same. This is more warm tone. This is more cool tone. So we're going to take this and I'm going to use this brush. It's fine, whatever brush you want to use, just a soft brush. And I'm going to rub the brush in this contour. And now, because of my age, I have a double chin. Also genetics. Thank you, Mom and Dad. So take your contour that you've got on your brush, and we don't want this to be really dark. We don't want this to be really noticeable. We want it to be subtle. So instead of this being the color of my nose, it's now this color. So all that's doing is adding some shadow. Now, I have jowls. See these 2 points right here? Thanks, Dad. So I'm going to touch it to the jowls. I'm going to take the brush and I'm going to brush it down. Now, you could do more. I don't need to do, see how it's already got this shadow? I have high cheekbones, but if you wanted to, if you don't have high cheekbones and you wanted to put the color in there, you could. You would do the same thing and just rub it right there so that you would achieve this shadow. Okay, so that's what contour is for. Okay, so now we've basically got our face done. At this point, we've got our primer, our foundation, our bronzer, our contour. So now we're going to do blush. I just bought a new blush I wanted to show you guys. It's Elf Camo. And what color did I get? I think it's lilac. Bold Face Lilac. But it's a liquid, and I'm not going to mess with that with you guys. I know that my mom and my aunt have powder, so I'm going to use a powder blush. Okay, blushes can be pink. They can be red. I have a beautiful red one. I'll show you this. They can be peach. They can be lavender. But this is your blush, okay? So for my blush, I like to use this brush. And you can tell because it's pink. So rub it across, tap it. I just hit it with my finger. And now when you, let's see, when you blush, see how this is where you blush? Well, as you get older, I'm smiling. So that's where my blush would go. But as you get older, your face falls. Thank you, gravity. So if this skin down here goes up here, so if you put blush right here and then you stop smiling, the area of your face is now down here. Watch. See? So when you're older, the best thing to do with your blush is to take it, I'm not going to get my sunspots, under and do it just sideways like that, just a little bit. See? Now that doesn't have anything to do with my face falling. Tap it off. I'm doing under my sunspots. I'm just doing it sideways, and you don't want to put a lot. If you want more, you can always put more. So just start with a little bit and increase to as much as you want. Now I have my nose, nothing on my nose, and you could contour it and all this stuff, but I'm not going to show you that because it's too much for you guys. There's something that's called the cold look, and that's where you take and put a little bit of the blush. It's just excess. And all that's done now is just give my face a little definition. So instead of my face all being one color, I've now made my face different colors. It's got bronzer, it's got foundation, it's got contour, and it's got blush. So now my face isn't flat like a white sheet of paper. We've got different colors on it. Okay, I'm going to put that up. I really liked playing with this Frozen Kiss palette, but I'm going to do a simple light look that I think is pretty. So I'm going to do, I like this brush. I just said I like this brush, and then that wasn't the brush that I like. Well, it doesn't matter. You can just take a little blending brush like this, little soft round. Pick out which color eyeshadow you're going to do. I think that for me today, I said I'm going to make this easy for you. Okay, I'm going to pretty much take this and I'm going to roll the sides of the brush in the lavender. See, I didn't get it as much on the end. I'm just rolling the sides. And now I have to take my mirror so I can see. And I'm going to make sure that my wrinkles and crinkles are all straightened out. And yes, we are going to do eyebrows. Okay, take this in the beginning of your eye here. And then just softly sweep it like you would a windshield wiper. Just like a windshield wiper. Now, I want it to be a little bit darker than that, so I'm going to turn my brush over to the other side where I put color. There. Now, if you want more color, go ahead and roll it again and do more color. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Just going to roll the edges of my brush and the eyeshadow. And then I'm going to roll it just like a windshield wiper, back and forth. And then turn your brush to the other side. I'm rolling it in my fingers. There. That's very pretty. Okay. Now, I want to do what I like to call my kiss. So it's fine that I have the lavender on here because I'm going to do purple. So I just did this lavender and now I'm going to do this purple. And a lot of you will say, is too much color for me. Just don't put that much on your brush. Do you see that little teeny dot on my brush? That's all I'm going to do to start with. And I'm going to do my little angel kiss. See? That color was so dark, and everybody was afraid of that dark color. But that's all I used. And see, it has made a difference. I like it a little darker of a kiss, so I'm going to go in again. Get it on my brush. There. Now, I'm going to take, not the side of my brush where I put the powder, the darker. I'm going to take the lighter, and I'm just going to softly blend that in. See, it's blending it together, and that way I have no harsh edge, no harsh line. See the difference with doing my kiss? So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And now I'm going to turn my brush the other way. See the dark purple that I just used? Okay, now I'm going to do this, and I'm going to blend it. See? That was easy. Two colors of eyeshadow, a light and a dark, only one brush. And now we like to look a little snazzy, so we're going to put a little bit of glitter on it, but we're not going to run the glitter up and down. All we're going to do is we're going to take, I didn't use this glitter right here, so I'm going to use this glitter right here, and this time I'm going to take the point of my brush like this, like I'm stabbing it. Arr, arr, arr. So I'm going to stab it down in to this glitter. I want you guys to see it, so I'm going to put more glitter on there. Can you guys see the glitter on the end? Okay, when you're using a glitter, I like to spray my brush. I'm going to spray that glitter. That was a very aggressive spray. Got all over my finger. I hope some got on the brush. And I'm just going to take on my eyelid, next to my eyelashes, and I'm going to take and put that glitter there. I don't know. I don't think I've got enough on my brush. And I just put a wet brush into my eyeshadow. And I shouldn't have done that. Now, when someone looks at you straight on, they can't see that glitter. But when you turn your head, you can see the glitter. So I'm going to take and do the same thing. And yes, I've now made my palette wet. I said I was going to take that off. Okay, do the same thing right along your eyelashes. And because I use the same colors, I used light purple, dark purple, and then the shimmer that I used, can you tell that it's purple? So it's all in the same family. So if some of this came over too far, it doesn't matter because they're all purples. So this was the Frozen Kiss palette by GourmandeGirls, and I love it. Yay! Everybody give it a big round of applause. All right. Oh, and I found the brush that I wanted to use. Magnificent. Okay. Let's talk about lip liner. That one's too light. I don't like that one. Okay, because I put that GourmandeGirls lip gloss on, I'm going to take my makeup eraser. I'm going to remove that so my lips are dry. Now I'm going to take my lip pencil. Your lip pencil can be any color you want. Red, peach, pink, lavender, whatever color you like. So I like to emphasize my points up here. And I like to make my lips look a little bit fuller because I have little lips. And as you get older, they get smaller. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in the center of my lips. And I did that point. Now I'm going to do the same thing. This is probably a bad color to show you because it's the same color as my lips. Now, I want to take and cup the bottom of my lip. So that makes my lips a little bit fuller. So I've done my Cupid's bow and I've done a little cut down here. Now I'm going to stay right on my lip line. I'm not going to make myself look like the Joker. So connect that straight down and on the other side. There. Now, I'm the person that eats their lipstick. So I'm going to take this lip liner and I'm going to fill in my lips. And I've somehow gotten the lip liner up here. So I'm going to take my concealer and right there in the middle, there we go. Now you can see my points. I like to take a shade of lipstick that's as close. Ooh, that's pretty pink. I did not think that this was my pinkest one, but we're going to go with it since I've got it in my hand. Okay, take your lipstick, start etching the middle. Go to your point. And then go down. Don't go outside your lips on the sides. Now, same thing on the bottom. Don't go outside of your lips on the sides. And then down here in the middle, go a little outside. There. So now we've done our lipstick. Next would come our eyebrows. I just bought this. It is e.l.f. Wow Brow Tinted Gel. And it's in the shade neutral. Is that what that says? Just says neutral brown. Okay, I haven't used this before. Let's pray to the eyebrow gods that it's gonna be a good shade for me. Come on. Whoa, whoa. Okay, now humor time is over. It doesn't want to come out. I think that they have it padded in there so it doesn't rattle around. Let's try this in, shall we? I know, I'm such a great teacher. I'm learning with you. That in our trash. Okay, what I like about this is looky, it looks like a little spoolie. And it's got product on it. And yes, Mama, I'll order you one of these in blonde. So right here in the center of your eyebrows, just take these and brush them up. Like that. Then take these and brush them over to the side. Like this. Dip it back in, get some more product, which I probably didn't need to do, but I'm going to do it anyway. Your brows in the middle. Make sure that they look like they're in the same family. They don't have to be twins, but just in the family tree. And brush it over to the side. And I don't know how, but I always end up with more product on the side. See that line? I don't want that there. So I'm going to take this spoolie. I'm going to brush it up to blend that line away. Now I think I just went into above my eyebrow. Do those look like they're like the same thickness? I don't know, this one looks a little bit skinnier. So I'm going to go underneath it to even them out. Okay, I think those look pretty much the same. Before we put on mascara, we're going to put on some setting spray. Consider this like face spray, like hairspray. This is face spray. But don't put your mascara on and then spray it because you're wetting your mascara and it'll run. So just lift your face up. If you needed to use powder, you would have done that before you sprayed. You would have taken your setting powder and a nice powder brush. Dip it in, swirl it around, lightly dust your face, and then you spray your face to set all the powders and to set them all together. Kind of like so that they all gel together. Okay, our next step is going to be mascara. So wipe off the tip. It's always got too much mascara on it. And I hate that. Okay. I like to take and do my eyelashes up to start. So we kind of get our roots. I'll make sure that I'm showing you. Okay, so now we've got our roots and we could stop there, but I now like to take and go that way. Go towards my nose. And see how all my eyelashes are kind of like pushed over now? But that gets the mascara on my lashes best. And everybody doesn't have to do this. It's just how I do it. And then I take my eyelashes and I do them back this way. Now look how much fuller they look, guys. Can you see that? And that's just from doing it sideways towards your nose, then towards your ear. And then I take it, any that are not straight, you want to just take your brush and straighten them up. See? It's easy. Now, I'm going to keep my head like this for just a minute so that I don't get any eyelash product on my eyeshadow. But if that does happen, don't go messing with it right away. Wait till it dries and then take a Q-tip, dampen it, and then just remove the spot. If you've made such a mess that you need to, you can always take your eyeshadow. I've done my products, so I'm gonna get this out of my hair now. Now I'm going to take my mascara, dip it back in. See how it's got too much on it? So I like to wipe it off a little bit. It's also got like a little clump at the end. So wipe that off so that you don't have so much that it goes all over your eye. And do the same thing. It's harder on this side for me because I'm right-handed. But I'm going to go up. And I'm getting the roots here. See the difference between this side and this side? So now we're going to take and push my eyelashes towards my nose. So my eyelashes are now facing that way. And then we're going to bring it back, facing this way, facing your ear. And then we're going to brush them straight up. Oh! All right. So I just did what I told you guys not to do. So I don't have a Q-tip in here because I don't usually do that. So let's see Mama fix it. I have a fan. So I'm going to fan this so that it dries. Okay, so I'm thinking that it's dry by now. And then I'm going to take this brush. And it doesn't have any eyeshadow on it. It's a clean brush. And I got a dot right there. I don't know if you can see it. Hope you can. Of mascara. And I'm just going to take and touch it. There, and it's gone. But if we had put too much on there, it would be really easy to fix. All you do, go back into your palette, get your base, touch it here lightly. See, it's got color on it. And then you would just take where you touched and just touch it with the color, just like that. And you fixed it. I like to clean my brushes with a switch. My mom asked me to get her one. Gotta remember to do that. Order a Sigma switch for Mom. Okay, I have a sensory thing where I like my lips to always be wet. So I am going to take this very pretty, shimmery, glittery gloss from GourmandeGirls. The same as the palette. They came together. You could order the lip gloss with the palette, or you can order the palette without the gloss if you don't want to. But I have a sensory issue. I'm going to put on gloss. That feels good to me. You don't want to put on too much because what will happen is it'll start to bleed. And that means it'll come over here on your edges. So we don't want it to do that. And we want to make sure that if it does, from your lips touching, do that straight down to fix that area. All right, you guys, that was really basic makeup by Mella. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know this is probably silly to some people, but to people that are new to makeup or just need a refresher, I hope that I've been able to help you. I love you all very much, and thank you so much for being with me today. Mwah! Take care of yourself. Bye!